Hi, this is Ray Anderson. I really enjoyed the taste of Good Heart Leadership last week, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Today, I just want to briefly go over some of the core concepts in the course, because I know, like you're probably trying to figure out whether you want to move ahead on this. So let me just share some of my thoughts with you that might help you out here. Basically, as I told you, we all start with lacking. That means, for me and for you, it's do I have the money? Do I have the time? Are there the resource? Whatever it is. Well, I want you to realize, unless we change our belief sets, from lacking to something else, we're at a dead end. We end up in that whatever mode, and I don't want anybody to get stuck there. And because you attended, I know that you don't want to be stuck there either. So let's take a look at the next level, which is now we're at the fix it. Now we're learning. What are the obstacles? And so the goal here is we don't want to end up asleep like this guy. We want to figure out whatever I can do and whatever I can learn. And the good news is that it's the one thing nobody can ever take from you. They can take everything you have, your job, and everything else, but they can't take your mind and what you've learned. So we know that learning is the key to this, because that pushes us up into number 3. Loving, which is a growth phase. Now we're really moving ahead. What are the most important things that I need to love, and I need to love doing them with? And that's the key. If I have a passion I'm really good at, and I know the people who are with me that I've ennobled and I've enjoyed are good, we can make a lot of things happen. Which brings us to the last part, leaving the sustain phase. What is your life story? And that's what we were trying to share with you. And how do we get that moving ahead in your life? Because our goal here is whatever it takes, getting the impossible done by engaging other people and overcoming the differences between them with a noble purpose. That's what we're trying to get to. So let's take a look now at the underlying tone of this to help you make a decision as you move forward. First thing I want you to remember is it's about belief sets. And belief sets either are driving you forward or they're holding you back. And the ones that are holding you back are sacred cows. And what we want you to start thinking about is, first of all, acknowledge you got both good belief sets and you got sacred cows. So the question is, how do you create time? How do you block out time to reflect on the ones that are working for you and the ones you need to be turning into hamburgers, right? And so if you evaluate them, you begin to look at them more closely and say, this is not working for me. What do I need to do differently? And that's what we want to invite you to do, which brings us to the next page. The next area is mindset. And if you're looking at your mindset, we've told you there are 4 elements of mindset. So you need to become an ace copycat, and they're control. First of all, once you have all your belief sets identified, the sacred cows segregated, and you're now moving ahead, you can begin then to look at sequence. You can order things. You can say what systems are good, what systems are bad, which ones need to be developed, which ones need to be modified. When you have all that in place, you begin then to predict your results with accuracy, just like Fortune 100 companies do. So we want you to begin to think about that, and you have to yearn to conquer the clutter. And what that means, as Lexus once said, is that you have to have the pursuit relentlessly of perfection and excellence. That means if things aren't working, you adjust. Doesn't mean you stop, you adjust. And how do you do that? You have to have action sets. And so here, let's take a look at them, because an idea without an action, as Martin Luther said, is like a bow without an arrow. So what we want to do is let's find things we can act on. And I'm going to give you an example that you can apply today, right now. And that is when you start moving into people you haven't known, make eye contact and smile and see if that doesn't transform how you feel about yourself and how they feel about themselves. The second thing, since relationships are so important, is I want you tomorrow to take the time, 2 minutes out of your whole day to simply write an email to somebody that you care about and tell them why you care about them. It'll make you feel better, and it'll make them feel better, particularly if you do it for your wife. Now, let's take a look at the other side of that. There are certain things as you start looking at your belief sets, your mindsets, that you can't do. You have to do things in sequence. So you're going to have things that you're going to have to adjust as you move forward. And you're going to have to test some to see if they work. If they don't, discard them. If they work, do more of them. That's what we're trying to get you to. So now let's move a little further. What we're trying to do here is that this course that we're offering, Good Heart Leadership, this entire workshop has 10 lessons, and it's a journey of self-discovery. The second thing that's really important, you're going to get 5 3-hour sessions 3-hour sessions that are going to be held over 5 consecutive weeks that are going to enable you to be face-to-face with me and 30 other people who are trying to be good-hearted leaders. Third is we're going to provide you with a 22-page self-report that's going to enable you to really do something and make a difference and work with these people. Part of this is there's going to be an accountability group. We're going to put you in a group of 3 to 4 other people that you're going to share thoughts with that are going to have different styles. So you begin to appreciate their strengths as relation to your strengths, so you can start building that kind of team that you need to build your dreams and to make them go, to get them involved in the impossible. We're going to give you an online video course. Normally that's a $307 value. That's going to be for this and this only, which you can review again and again, just like Ben Franklin did over the course of his lifetime. You're going to get a 120-page workbook out of the Good-Hearted Leadership series, and we're also going to give you the complete answers to everything we've done on this before from my own handbook, so you can begin to see how this could apply to your life. All of this, we're going to help you go from firefighting to fire prevention, which is an important thing. We want you to get the impossible things done by engaging other people in that noble purpose. We're going to help you develop the self-control to begin to solve problems that you've had for a long time, and that's really important. Finally, we want you to move from good-intentioned leadership to good-hearted leadership. And all this, and the good part about this, is going to be for $365, just $1 a day. No more than you would spend for a cup of coffee, and more importantly, a lot less than you spend for your cell phone that gives you text, talk, and territory. But this time you're going to be focused on consciously making a difference, blocking out time to create your goals instead of somebody else's. And this can be done for 3 easy payments, just $122 each. So what we're going to recommend you do is, let's take a look one little bit further and ask if you look at this closely. One, I know the world is full of a bunch of people who are going to some dial. All of you attended last week. You took time out of your schedules to be there. You registered. So you're not part of those. You're part of the group that really wants to make something happen. And so what we're inviting you to do is enjoy this and get involved as quickly as possible, because it's your life. And you can either invest it in your text phone or you can invest it in your future. This is the best investment you'll ever make. And make sure that it enables you to achieve the goals that are important to you. So the important thing that I want to share with you, if you want to transform your story like Alfred Noble, if you decide that this is it, this is when I want to move forward, you're going to have 4 questions I'm going to ask you. One is, are you willing to do what it takes? The second thing is, are you going to do what's required of you? Number 3, are you committed to make this happen? You know, action sets mean a lot and they can change your life. And finally, can you do it today? You know, the important thing about this is we have a 100% guarantee, and if you don't double your investment that you made in this program in 6 months, we'll cheerfully refund your money. Now, let's take a look one more time. Are you ready? And you have until midnight tonight to be able to make this decision. And like I said, this is the lowest price we've ever offered for an on-site version of this. And you get to make it in 3 easy payments. And as I said, we get a money-back guarantee if you haven't doubled your investment in at least 6 months. This is Ray Anderson. I really look forward to having you get involved. Thank you.